when things get hard for me, and they've been very hard during this journey and many times, realign the vision and give people a purpose. How do you find culture? It's a pretty nebulous term. And, like the kind of offices that are up here, the famous ones at Google and Facebook, yes, we have kombucha on tap and a cool bar and a ping pong table and all that stuff. But the reality is that culture really can't be defined by any sort of edifice or a building. What it really is it exists across teams. And a healthy culture has some universal things, right? A shared purpose. That's a very big one for me, right? So I had someone ask me a few weeks ago at an event in Mexico. He said, how do you lead when things are tough? And it took me a moment to kind of think about that, because I think it's just a really simple but kind of profound question. And then I thought of an analogy that was running through my mind. As mammals, right, particularly compared to our chimpanzee cousins, we're exceptionally weak. We're very feeble. A chimpanzee can take a 400-pound steel bar and break it in half. They can rip each other's arms off. Obviously, we have nothing close to that strength. But we do have one thing that's from a physical attribute that's absolutely exceptional. We have more endurance than any other land mammal on Earth, right? And what does that mean? It means that we're biologically conditioned for the idea of sacrifice. So myself as a leader, I can tell my tribe, my hunting, pack that, hey, you guys are gonna be hungry, you're gonna be tired, we're gonna be suffering, it's gonna be miserable, and I need you for 8 days to be hungry, starving, and miserable. But there's a mammoth on the other side of that mountain, and we'll eat for days. And what I mean by that is that if you have a vision, a purpose, and you can show it to your people and they believe in it, they can see the mammoth in their head, people will sacrifice almost anything to come along with you. And what happens is when things get really tough, that vision of the mammoth can kind of start to dissipate. And then you get to a place where you get shakiness. So when things get hard for me, and they've been very hard during this journey and many times, realign the vision and give people a purpose. And when they feel meaning and they feel like there's a real reward for them on the other side, they'll do almost anything for you. And that's what I look for too, is like a complete lack of truancy. I don't want people walking away from me. I don't want talented people leaving my room. And what I do is I sell them the vision. I stand behind it. I overpay good people, right? By the way, if a person is smarter than me, which that happens all the time, right? What I love to do is give them autonomy and full power and let them build the team the way that they want to build it. For me, this idea that we have to be the most dominating force in the room as a leader, that we have to have all the knowledge and be the smartest person in the room is a giant mistake, and it's an easy one for all of us in this room to make. All of us have seen some level of success, and it's really hard to let things go and put your ego aside and let others step up. But I'm telling you, as someone who's taken a company from 4 people to over 1,000, if you don't let go and you don't give responsibility to capable people, or you don't let your ego go, you're gonna have massive points of failure.